Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Rhiannon. I am a witch and pagan, and I love to talk about all things magical, mystical, and mysterious here on my channel, as well as share with you my experiences throughout my own spiritual journey. And yeah, I just love all things, the occult. So if you're new here, please make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification so you don't miss out when I post a video. I post every single week. Also, if you're new here, leave a comment down below so I can say hey. I love talking to you guys, and I'd love to get to know you guys in the comments and get to know your personal practices and all of that kind of thing. Today I wanted to do a video where I'm like redoing an older video. I'm going to be privating it, so if you've seen my moon phases video from like 4 years ago, it is absolutely horrendous with camera footage. It is blurry. It is kind of slowed down in the time of like response to me talking. It's literally the worst kind of footage you can ever like put on camera. I was just learning this camera a couple years ago, and I looked back on it and I didn't realize how horrible it was. So I'm going to be redoing it. The information in the video is great, but I think I'll just redo the video and give you guys some updated information on the moon phases and how you can like implement them into your magical practice to help increase the likelihood of your manifestations coming to fruition. This is the start of a new series that I'd like to do all about magical timing. I have a whole list of videos started all about magical timing, like the seasons and working with the wheel of the year and different like sabbats and esbats and different holidays throughout the year in my own Celtic practice and all of that kind of thing. So if you have a specific type of video that you would like to know about and see me film, definitely let me know down in the comments below, like, working with the planetary magic and all that kind of thing. I'd love to know what you'd like to see. And yeah, with all that said, let's dive into the video. So I'll be going over all the phases from the dark moon, the new moon, the waxing, the waning, and of course the full moon. So first off, the dark moon and the new moon, many practitioners or people who are beginning in the occult tend to think that the new moon and the dark moon are the same thing. However, in magical practices, we use the dark moon as a different phase. The dark moon is its own thing. So basically, for the dark moon, it is the 3 days in the night sky in the entire month where there's literally no light on the moon. It's just complete darkness. It is like essentially a black blob in the sky. You cannot see any light reflected. So that's the difference between the dark moon and the new moon. The new moon is when the light is just starting to crest the side of the moon and it's starting to begin again. The dark moon is literally my favorite time of the entire month. It used to be the full moon. Of course, everyone loves a good full moon, but the dark moon is my absolute favorite. This is a time of, cleansings and banishings. I like to redo my wards on this time of the month. This is a great time for any type of baneful magic as well. This is perfect for bindings and banishings and hexes and crosses, jinxes, any type of like destruction magic. This is also a really great time for divination, especially if there is something you would like to look into that you don't want anyone to get a sense of that you're gaining knowledge from. So if you want to keep it on the hush and be kind of like on the up and up on someone, this is a perfect time for that. So the next we have is the new moon. The new moon is where the phases are just starting to begin. It's the beginning of planting the new seed. It is new beginnings. It is a clean slate. This is a perfect time for road opener works. Anything about like creating opportunity. Road openers for business, love, friendships, opportunities, anything like that. This is a perfect time for creating new relationships, for doing friendship spells, relationship spells, any type of building relationships in business. It's perfect for just building that type of like connection and starting to grow that connection and like essentially planting your seed, like I said. This is a great time for soul searching. This is the beginning of the phases of the moon. So this is where you want to really decide, what do I want to bring into my life in the next month or so, and search within yourself. It's all about introspection. It's all about deciding what you want. This is a perfect time for banishings and protection workings as well. And of course, peace, contemplation of any type of situation. Cleansings is also a great thing to do this time of month. I like to do it in the beginning as well as the end of my month. And then of course, divination and shadow work. You'll see divination is a little bit of a theme here on almost all of the phases. Next is waxing. This is all about amplification. This is about growth and expansion. The moon is starting to grow in size. Its energy is starting to amplify and reach its peak, So this is perfect for any type of workings that you'd like to do for growth and expansion. Like personal growth would be perfect for this as well. This is perfect for growing in good luck, in fertility, and abundance and prosperity workings. This is a great time for energy workings. If you want to do an energy working on yourself, help increase your energy, perfect for that. I know for myself, the next waxing moon, I'm definitely doing this because I've been working on trying to build up my energy levels, and I've been struggling with that. This is also, of course, like I said, great for building bonds with others. So, growing that bond that you maybe had set back on the new moon phase, help to increase and amplify that, grow it exponentially, and perhaps take your relationship to a new level, whatever that relationship is. Next, of course, is the full moon. This is the big mama. This is the apex of the energy. This is basically all about reaping the rewards from the seeds that you had sown in the previous weeks. This is a theme of prosperity and, of course, tying up loose ends throughout the last few weeks, finishing up rituals and spell work that you need to finish to close out the month to allow you to bring on a new month and new manifestations. This is also a really popular time for exchanges of things like marriages and businesses. This is a really powerful time for people. A lot of people get married this time of the month. It's all about the power and the symbolism of this time of the month and how strong that connection is. This is, of course, an auspicious time for psychic awareness, developing your skills in that way, as well as meditation, and then of course beginning to start looking forward to the next few phases going on into the next month. And of course, everyone agrees that the full moon is a time where you can do really any type of working, and it will be perfect. You can do whatever working that you'd like, and it will work in correspondence to this energy. And lastly, we have the waning phase. Now, the waning phase, of course, is the phase where the moon is starting to decrease in size. So that means things are falling away. This is a time of death. This is all about things ending. This is a perfect time to work legal matter workings. This is perfect for doing cleansings and breaking bonds or breaking bad habits. This is perfect for banishing and binding, those types of workings. This is also a great time for lost magic. So, trying to get rid of something that you don't want in your life or a certain someone. It's also the energy of the underworld. This is a perfect time for doing underworld magic, connecting to underworld guides and deities, going on mindful meditations guided by these entities, being able to bring back lessons to help you grow in the next few months. So those are the phases of the moon, my loves. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was so fun for me. If you are not yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe down in the subscription bell down below, as well as leave me a comment. Let me know, do you work with the waning moon? Let me know, do you work with the dark moon and the new moon as different and separate things, or do you work with them as like the same thing? I'm super curious to know. If you guys would like to support my channel even further, you can definitely check out my Patreon link down below. This is where you'll get extra benefits like behind the scenes videos. You'll get extra goodies and downloads from my own personal grimoire, spells, recipes, and my own personal witchy artwork. As well as one day I'd like to be able to actually have a witchy book club. So once I start developing some community there, I'd love to initiate my book club as well as many other things. So that link will be down below if you'd like to check it out. As well as with that, you will become part of my own personal online witchy coven, which will gain access to my witchy Discord server as well. So I love you all so very much, and I hope you have a wicked week. And with all of that said, I'll see you in the next video, my loves. Stay wicked until then. Bye.